Ladies and gentle gamers, welcome back to To Be Determined. In today's video, we're going to go over the brand new Hoppity update that just added Chocolate Factory Prestige level 6, as well as some new enchants. So make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. We're on our way to 11,000 subs. Every subscription is free and it helps out a ton. I really appreciate it. Without further ado, let's jump into it. So before we jump into the egg locations, we need to first talk about the big change that is coming to the game, which is the Toxopholite enchant. It's basically the champion enchant, but for bows. It gives 3% extra combat XP and 3.7 extra crit chance, which will increase every time you level it up, and it's based on the amount of combat XP you've gained while using that weapon. So definitely a good one to buy for your Terminator especially. That crit chance is going to be very helpful. Now, it was also on the alpha where you can dye any armor piece now, so you can dye chainmail pieces like Sorrow and gold pieces like Devon's, iron and diamond pieces like gold and diamond hunter gear. They did not make it to where you can dye like custom heads, so for Minto helmet or Warden helmet, things like that, you still can't dye, but everything else is free game. With this update, they added a ton of new rabbits, which require you to get 15 egg locations in almost every single type of lobby. Basically, if you go in your chocolate factory, you can go to your Hoppity's collection and swap to has requirement, and you can see this one requires 15 egg locations in the end. This one requires 15 egg locations in the park. And it's basically in every single type of lobby. Spider's Den, Farming Islands, Gold Mine, Dwarven Mines, you name it, it's got a requirement. They did add a ton of Crystal Hollows egg locations as well. So for this video, I'm only going to show you guys the hub egg locations because we currently don't know all of the other egg locations in the other lobbies. Before this update, there were like a max of 12 locations in the Crimson Isle, but now they've added a ton of egg locations to every single island. So once a Hoppity's event happens, we'll learn all of the locations and I'll make a video on them. But for now, we're just going to go over the hub locations. First one is over at the Coliseum, right on top here next to this Fairy Soul. There's one on this block. Next one is over at the Fisherman's Hut, right inside next to this flower pot here. And again, these will only be discoverable while it is Hoppity's hunt, so in the spring. So if you just go to these locations and there's not an egg there, it's not going to count. So I have to wait till the hunt and then check all the locations. Next one is up in the tree house here, this emerald tree house, going to be towards the back right inside this windowsill right here. And the next one is going to be down in the wither cage right at the back of the island here, and it's going to be in this corner right here, right on this block. Next one is going to be next to Lucius on this table here, right next to the dark auction building. Next one's going to be at the base of the wizard tower all the way up top here, and it's going to be at the bottom right here. Next one's going to be on your way to the top of the mountain. It's on this little grass block right here next to this fence post. You can see the wizard tower's right here. It's very close to that. The next one is going to be at the top of the mountain on this second peak here next to the Fairy Soul. Next one will be next to the unincorporated gate right here at the back of the island on this block here. Next one is next to the castle in the wolf territory. It'll be right here on this block within the ruin. Next one is next to the log cabin, and it will be right next to this fence post here. There's one right here at the edge of the village next to the hot air balloon. It'll be on top of this little area right here. There's one here at the emerald altar inside of the graveyard. It'll be right on top of the emerald block here. There's one right here next to spawn next to Anita. Should be right here on this block. There'll be one here next to Bazaar on top of this little section right here. There's one that'll be hidden behind this blacksmith building here in this corner, and one next to the wheat minion right here. Now that was 17 locations that are in the hub. You only need 15 of them, but again, only 3 eggs will spawn at a time during the Hoppity's Hunt event, and they can spawn at any of those locations. So I recommend if you found one at that location before and you're still trying to get all 15 in every type of lobby, then don't claim it at this lobby and go to a farm lobby or some other lobby where you haven't claimed them at. See if you can find one that you haven't found in one of those. So for now, those are the only ones I'm going to give you, and I will make another video in the future with all of the egg locations that I didn't go over in this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If there's some other things that you missed in the update, make sure to watch my other video that I did on the alpha. That one covers everything about the chocolate factory, so make sure to check that out. Thank you guys again for watching to the end, and I'll see you in the next one. Have an amazing rest of your day, and God bless.